really confident, really good. Conditioning is maybe the best it's ever been, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Saturday. So.
You're such a young fighter, yet already accomplished so much in your career. How have you evolved and changed going into this fight, and what have you been working on?
You know, I'm getting bigger and stronger every single fight, and we've been working really hard on my stand-up. I was preparing for Mark Hunt, you know, I was preparing for a heavy-handed striker, and Far's pretty much the same type of guy, only I think his takedown defense is not as good as Mark's, and I think Mark's maybe even a little better on the ground than him too. So, you know, I'm really confident for Saturday.
Now, LeVar Johnson's had 4 losses by submission, and yet you've had 15 wins by submission. How much are you trying to work your ground game in this fight?
Well, you know, the fight starts on the feet, and he's gonna charge me and, you know, throw his haymakers and whatever not. You know, I'm just if I move the way I should be moving, he's not even touching me. You know, and every time he's gonna come in, he needs to think by himself that I might be taking him down. You know, so if I were him, I would be a little worried. You know.
Yeah, you're only 24. Do you feel that anyway that, you know, you've had almost 30 fights, that you're being underrated in the UFC at all?
To be honest with you, I actually don't pay much attention to what people think. You know, we got a path lined out, and we want to follow that path. And I think that right now, at a good day, I can beat anybody. You know, I feel that confident, and you know, I don't think he has got anything for me in this fight if I fight the way I can fight. You know.
What is it about Lamar's game that you feel like you need to be the most cautious on route to your plan?
He's really good if he gets you up against the fence and, you know, starts unloading, but it would be stupid of me to allow him to do that, you know. And I think that, you know, as long as I keep moving and just use my reach and my jab and you know, try to spook him with some fake takedowns or something like that, you know, I think that he's going to be worried about that.
So he's got 15 knockout wins, and that doesn't instill any fear in your head?
Well, you know, 15 knockouts wins is good, but against who, you know? He's got 2 good wins in his first 2 fights in the UFC, but his last 2 fights in Strikeforce, he lost via submission, you know, so.
Stefan, what do you say to the critics who they always mention that you're not using your reach effectively? What do you have to say to them?
Watch my last 2 fights, and watch the last round against Dave Herman when I got my game on. He didn't have a chance, you know. So if I use my reach the way I used it there, and maybe even a little better, because I'm getting better with it every fight, he's not touching me. So.
You kind of touched on you're aware of the fact that LeVar likes to come out first round, bring the pressure, put it on you, doesn't like to go the distance. You talked about your footwork. What other things are you implementing to kind of ensure that the fight can go your way and you can kind of control the action?
Footwork is really important, you know, and if he's going to charge, he's going to come straight at you. So if you're going to move straight back, you know, you're done. But, you know, 1 step to the left, 1 step to the right, and his momentum is gone, and you got him against the cage, you know. And, you know, he punches hard, but I think I punch just as hard as him, you know, and he's going to have to deal with my kicks. And, you know, after he takes a couple of those, I'm pretty sure that he's not going to like that, and he might even want to take his fight to the ground.